I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up.
There's that word. What up, ALK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all, so yeah, I know a few of y'all was not expecting for me to cover this type of video, but I have been kind of fascinated with this whole story about Jada Pinkett Smith dating August Alsina. Now, I didn't know about that until August Alsina came out talking about the situation. I had never heard of it. It legit blew my mind because I'm like, wait a minute, she's with Will. Like, what? How did this happen? August Alsina? I didn't even know they were tight like that. I don't know. I've been sleeping on a damn rock somewhere or something. But anyway, we're about to check this out. This is the Red Table Talk with Will and Jada. I'm surprised they came out, you know, like this to really address the situation. Oh, man, I saw about 3 minutes of it. This is 12 minutes long. And I was going to get to this yesterday, but I was so busy yesterday. But we're about to check it out today. Y'all boys and girls ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
This Red Table for me, just all the stuff that's going on in the press. I felt like it was important to come to the table to really clear the air. Somebody made a statement for me that wasn't a statement I made, that went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
Wow. Okay. So I'm hearing that now. I'm hearing that. So supposedly, and I saw this, that after, you know, August Alsina said what he said about Jada and him being together, it was said that she came out, both her and Will came out and said that it isn't true, but they're saying that they didn't say anything. Interesting. Okay. Ugh, this is juicy.
We were purposely not saying anything. Any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We've specifically never said anything.
Right.
So coming to the table was like, we just felt like it got to the point where you got to say something.
Yeah, and to stop that cycle.
Yeah.
You know, there's people's feelings involved.
Right. Right.
You know, and at the end of the day, I don't like how all of this came to be.
All right, hold on. So I'm listening to that. She said to stop that cycle because there's people's feelings involved. So I like that they addressed this, you know, as soon as they could, as quick as they possibly could, and got the truth out there. Because yes, people's feelings are involved. And if the sayings were true about them two being together, then Jada definitely has been someone who is emotionally involved in that situation, as well as most certainly August Alsina, considering his mental health history as well as his emotional health.
That doesn't matter. It's all love. Honestly.
She is so pretty.
And I would usually not, you know, that would be something I wouldn't comment on at all.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Here we are.
Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
But, you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in. And the idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I couldn't agree more. Especially during times like this, it's so much more important to be as transparent as you can possibly be. And then even so with a story like this, it kind of, people almost kind of needed it to kind of take their minds and take their thoughts off of the other troubling things in their life. Like, oh, let me hear about somebody else messed up life. It's messed up, but, you know.
I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on a hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with, is that this is a very personal journey.
Yeah.
That became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay.
You heard how he said that, so what happened, Jada? You cheated on me.
Start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started
My girl can't have no friends. Not no male friends. Hell nah. Nah, I'm playing.
with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we...
Wow, okay, hold on. I got to pause it right there because they said that in that particular time, it was indefinite that, you know, that they were splitting up, that they were going their separate ways for a while. And it is so important to find yourself, to like really find yourself and to make yourself happy, because if you don't, then the people around you won't truly be happy with you or for you, and you can't provide for them as you would need to if you don't yourself. But one thing I find very fascinating when it comes to women in particular, and I heard my favorite philosopher and psychologist Jordan Peterson talk about this, and he said with women, when it comes to finding their happiness and purpose, a lot of times they start with love and relationship, and then everything else kind of trickles down and falls into place. But that love, that compassionate romantic love, has to be there first. So it's almost as though, you know, she was breaking it off with Will. That was a bad, sad time in her life, but she found companionship. She found love, or whatever she called it, in August Alsina. If that's the case, you know, we ain't quite got to that point yet, but you know, if that's the case,
could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up.
There's that word. The memes are going crazy. The memes are going crazy with that entanglement stuff, man. Oh, man.
One of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But what...
Wait a minute. That's interesting because that's not just going on in the press. That came out of August's mouth. August Alsina said that. Nobody else would have said that hadn't he said that. So, if anything, maybe Will kind of gave him his blessing, though. You know, like that's a different type of thing. Will giving August his blessing, but Jada giving him, you know, actual permission.
August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker.
Oh, yeah.
Which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
it again.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
I'm so glad she said that. I am so glad she said that. I got a friend right now, female friend, and she's kind of in that place right now. You know, she's going through some tough times and whatnot, and there's so much that's happening in her life. But romantically, that's definitely one of those places that she's struggling with and dealing with. And I'm trying to urge her to find that happiness on her own, to find herself on her own, but she is too stubborn. She's not willing. She feels like she needs to have somebody. She has to have somebody. So she'll literally go from one guy one day to another guy another day. She's a very attractive woman, mind you. So it's nothing for her to want to bounce back and find somebody else to be with and grow and become a better person while in a new relationship. I'm like, oh, I can't do it that way. I gotta self-heal completely by myself, months and months on end, before trying to deal with someone else. But, you know, to each his own, to each his own.
And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So,
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
Wow.
And it was really...
I know Will feel like, oh, I feel like crap. He's like, how long? You say it's a long time? So I wasn't making you feel good for that. Whoa. Oh, man. Blow to my ego.
joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle.
Yeah.
Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help,
Yeah.
whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people.
Ah, interesting. I know a lot of females feel that way to some degree when it comes to men and feeling like they can make the men better. But sometimes it may be that the men need to make the women better, but that can't happen unless they with the man that is already in a good place mentally, financially, stable, just all that stuff. Maybe the man needs to do the healing for the woman rather than the woman doing the healing for the man. But, you know, like I said, it depends on the type of relationship that you're getting yourself into and who you're getting yourself into the relationship with.
Versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that that whole process with All really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. I'm that husband. Now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions.
Well,
Like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing. You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided to break all communication with me,
Right.
which was totally understandable.
Right.
And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
Right.
So it is a little weird that all this stuff is coming out now, since this was
Yeah, because for me this was years ago, right? You know, so the fact that it's coming up now, and I think it could feel weird for people that we're laughing and talking about it, but
It happened
it's,
so long ago.
you know, and our experiences of working through it, fighting through it, talking through it, and therapizing
Right.
through it. I think that the why now is weird.
Yeah. When I say it's been a huge healing on my life and just what I had to confront and discover,
Yeah.
you know, about myself.
Yeah.
The ugly truths and the beauty. So it was something that I felt like wasn't really ready to be discussed because there hadn't been that healing, because he hasn't wanted to, you know, Og and I haven't talked in so long. You know what I mean? So I don't know. This
Hey, Will kind of got that look like, I hope y'all haven't talked in so long.
all seem very strange, you know. But I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together. Because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods. And a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over. And, you know, the one thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young, and we were both broken in our own ways. And to be able to make mistakes without the fear of losing your family is so critical.
Yeah. It's the idea of any relationship and trying to get to deeper understanding of love is going to be forged in fire.
No, certainly.
There's no way around it. And I think that one of the things that I'm deeply grateful in this whole process between you and I is that we have really gotten to that new place of unconditional love.
Because I wasn't sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah, like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
I would agree.
No, but it ain't for the weak at heart. There's just certain things that you have to go through, and it's like...
And I wish, you know, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and miracles.
Yeah. You got to go through some to get the answers. You know, and I'm just happy because I definitely believe that you and I, we never, ever, ever thought that we would make it back.
Yeah. There's a real power in the just knowing somebody's riding with you no matter what.
Yeah.
And you really can't know that
until you go
through some stuff, you know. I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm going to get you back first, and then...
You're going to get me back. I think you've gotten me back. I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay, that's probably true.
You know, but, and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay. I'll give you that point. That's what you want. But, you know, I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
You know, if you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
That's stupid. That's stupid. Bad marriage for life. Oh, that was horrible.
It's the truth.
That was horrible.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said, this, and this is going to happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was going to take to ride with you through.
Yeah. I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
All right.
Yeah. You're awesome.
I really enjoyed that. I really loved that they were able to sit down, open up, share, be real vulnerable, and have the conversation and talk about the things that they've been feeling and even share it with us, you know, to kind of clear the floor, clear the table. And one thing I heard, and y'all probably heard as well in regards to their relationship, is that they have like this agreement that, you know, through thick and thin, no matter what happened, that they will stay together. This is a lifetime partnership. You're my soulmate at this point. I think that's something that's very, very healthy for a relationship, especially after you've done been with someone 10, 20, 30, 40 years, where you get to this point where you feel like you need something else potentially that maybe you're not getting from that person, that maybe someone else may need to come into the picture to kind of help clear your mind and thoughts. You know, it's not for everyone. I'm not saying that that's something that I'm not saying that that's something that I would hope would happen in my relationship down the line if I ever were to get married. But if it gets to that point, I want us to be able to sit there and have that conversation, to be open and to see if that's something that we can both accept from one another. Like, I feel like this was very grown, very, very mature of them, and someone who considers themselves a relationship type guy. This is definitely something that I would like to see from my relationships in regards to not the cheating aspect of it. Even though they were separated and sure they were not gonna, you know, work out, I still would love for there to be that openness, that vulnerability, that let's sit down and talk, don't hold nothing back type of thing, man. So this was cool. I really enjoyed this. I have mad respect for them for doing this, for sharing this with us, and for also, you know, repairing, you know, what was wrong in their relationships. And from the sound of it, they're still working on it. They're still working on it. But yeah, this was good. I really enjoyed this. I want y'all to comment down below your thoughts on this whole thing. But y'all know what time it is. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the video is going to be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy right here on the gram, man, Twitter at Artofkickz. Till next one.